So, what jobs are 99.9% safe from AI making them obsolete?
Well, I'm just gonna get gross right out of the gate, hahaha, but wiping old people's butts in nursing homes. Guaranteed job for life. Edit. Sorry people, obviously many of you have never worked in aged care or have any idea how difficult it is. A bidet just isn't going to cut it.
Until the robot war, when the robots liquidate anyone unwilling or unable to work in the lithium mines.
I install elevators for a living. We are so far away from building any machine that has all the physical abilities to get it done, and just as far from making AI that has the wits it takes to figure out how to even do it. Construction on sites in general, it involves a lot of figuring it out and working with what you have.
Mechanical construction. A lot of stuff is randomly made up on the spot. Plans or no plans.
I'm a builder in a small town, and a lot of our work is remodels. Old hacked-together houses that we have to somehow incorporate into a nice-looking and functional finished product. As in, to give one example, that existing floor is not level, but the new door or window going in the wall above it must be level. Therefore, the trim/facing surrounding this has to be adjusted enough to look good, which can be done, but it relies so much on the subjective. Just got home from our current clutterbug, and I just can't imagine the type of AI it would take to connect the dots on the stuff I do. Lieutenant Commander Data with a tool bag.
I'm an aircraft mechanic. I don't see AI crawling its non-existent booty into the belly of an airplane anytime soon.
One way this can go is they hire a minimally trained tool user who crawls into the belly of an airplane with a camera, and the AI looks things over, tells them what to do, and watches to ensure they do it right. Then the company fires all the highly trained mechanics.
This is basically what will be implemented in foreseeable future in construction and building maintenance. A guy with smart glasses, who will be remotely guided by professional, from home, company office, different country, or AI to do certain tasks, with glasses creating digital layer over reality that will guide the worker to do whatever tasks necessary.
Did a demo of Microsoft's HoloLens to change the oil in a car. It basically walked you through the steps and highlighted what to do next. Was pretty cool.
Nursing. Especially all the human touch.
I'm a nurse manager. One of my floor nurses called me down because one of her patients was sundowning last night, was terrified the dog at the end of his bed was going to bite him again, and was screaming loud enough that other people on his hall were waking up. I calmed him down by giving the dog a treat and reassuring him that we have 2 black dogs in our facility that look a lot alike. The one that was in his room last night was the mean one, but he's got Rufus in there with him tonight, and he's a great guard dog who was there to keep him safe. There were no dogs. The guy had a stroke a week or 2 ago and was hallucinating. I'd love to see AI talk someone down like that and then go start a catheter.
I did the same thing for a schizophrenic freaking out about the Kennedys coming to kill her. She had been up 72 hours when I met her. I took her aside and told her I put a sign outside that said no Kennedys and threw away the poison medication and made sure they were real. Took her meds and passed out. Finally, thank Jeebus. Sometimes you have to do what works, maybe not the way literature would dictate. Calming patients down is #1 priority.
Ball tickling. Requires a human touch. So I've heard anyway.
I'm sure someone in Japan is working on it. They have too many Hummit people. If you know, you know.
Depends on what you mean by AI. If you mean the current generative AI models out there, then most jobs are reasonably safe. Generative AI is kinda bad at thinking for itself and making good decisions. Future Gen AI AGI will practically be able to replace any job, as it doesn't need training data, it's able to figure bad out on its own. Fortunately, regardless of what experts say, we're nowhere close to AGI. Hopefully we will be up in space by then.
Generative AI isn't just shit at it, it doesn't think for itself or make decisions. It basically just predicts based on weighted heuristics what comes next, if that makes sense. It would need to be quite a few orders of magnitude more complex to actually be able to reason. That would be true AI.
Creating those, prove that you are human by selecting all the verification steps. Edit. Funny that people still need to comment their same response what has been posted numerous times by others. AI can generate it. I got that comment before already. Thank you for saying that again.
There's an XKCD somewhere. Prove you are human by selecting all the places you would hide in a robot uprising.
Teacher, especially for younger kids. Parents want their kids learning from a human because there's important social aspects they must learn. Don't want robots teaching kids to become isolated robots themselves when they grow up.
Anybody who thinks an AI can teach lil humans how to human has never tried to do so. Commander Data would fail at it. I teach middle school, my dumbest students can't even use AI. Not to cheat, but to get something done. Like, they don't know how to tell the bot what they need, let alone to learn from it. Yeah, not happening. Remote learning proved that kids aren't self-powered enough to do any learning that they aren't interested in, and even in that they need guidance.
What people don't seem to understand is that even if your job is the only one AI can't do, it's going to quickly become saturated by all the people AI has left unemployed. No job will be completely insulated from it.
It's all just a matter of time until you AI, or a complete collapse of everything in a blaze of fire and violence. Free my boy Ben Chan.
Considering, in the US, we only got 2 checks that barely cover rent during the global pandemic where no one was supposed to be going outside, it's definitely just going to be a complete collapse. I mean, dang, we couldn't even get some student debt forgiven.
Community work/social work. The more human you are in this field, the better. No one would tolerate or even bother engaging with an AI.
I replied in another comment, but I work as a financial aid administrator at a college and the human judgment element is why I don't see it taking my job anytime soon. I'll tell you right now that people simply would not accept having an AI bot reviewing their income appeal, grade appeal, scholarship application, etc. There are so many subjective variables in play in all these things that truly must be evaluated on a case-to-case basis. I can't even imagine the uproar if we started denying people's appeals and stories for why they're requesting academic probation, an income adjustment, scholarship, etc. based on what AI told us. There would be riots on campus, and understandably so.
Really any job that requires interfacing with other people on a personal level. I work in renewables. I love to see the machine that can spend 2 years beating the pavement in Kansas to convince 50 farmers to lease their land collectively to host a wind farm.
Here's a thought. Let the AIs have all the jobs. Let's just focus on our hobbies, each other, academia, the arts, science, and enjoying life. Ha ha ha, just kidding. The American oligarchs would never allow that.